And the next one we're going to look at is compound interest. Some will call compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. I don't think I could even name the other seven. Regardless, they consider it this because it seems like magic. And the best way to look at compound interest, essentially, versus simple interest, compound interest is earning interest on interest. Here's a scenario. If instead you just got simple interest, if you had $1,000 in a savings account that earned 5% a year, at the end of the year, your $1,000 will have earned $50. You take that $50, do whatever you'd like with it, have that $1,000 in there again, year two, you get another $50. Take that $50, do whatever you like with it, and so on. After 3 years, you'd have $150. Now instead, compound interest, the $50 stays and you get paid interest not on the $1,000 that you had the first year, but $1,050. It doesn't sound like much, but if you look, this is what you would have after 3 years with compound interest versus simple interest. It might not seem like much, but if you extend that out 10, 20, 30 years, you see the difference it makes. Another great scenario that I like to tell my students is you've got two different people. One is named Tom, one is named Jim. Tom started investing at 25 years old and he put $5,000 a year for 10 years into the stock market, into an investment. That's another time, stock market. So he put $5,000 a year, every year, for 10 years, up until he was just about to turn 35. So he put $50,000 in, he stopped. He never put another penny in for the next 30 years until he turned 65. Now his friend Jim started the day that Tom stopped. He also put $5,000 a year in, but instead of doing it for just 10 years, he did it for 3 times as long, from the age 35 to 65. He put in 3 times as much money, $150,000. You may have guessed, you might think that the second guy, whose name I already forgot, would have put in, since he put in so much more money, he would have a ton more at the end, but he does not. The reason being is that the best tool, the beauty of compound interest is time. So the first guy, even though he only put in a third as much, that started growing earlier before the second guy ever put money in. And then when you see this in different scenarios, extrapolate it out over 30, 40 years, or if it's a much larger amount that you've put in, it's a huge difference.